What up, all you worship peoples? Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Nate Meist, and I love equipping worship leaders with helpful and encouraging content. And today we're going to be going over the song Resurrender by Hillsong. Let's get into it. Alright, so if you watched my previous video, it's 3 songs to help you kick off the new year and to kind of breathe some life into your worship repertoire of songs. This song was the first one in the list. And, you know, if you watched that video, you heard me say that it really falls in line with the theme that I was going for when, you know, looking for songs to kick off the new year, and that theme was surrender. And this song has that word in the title. So it's all about coming back to the Lord, going back to the basics, those things that we did at first, which is actually a line in the first verse. So definitely a great song, and I'm looking forward to teaching it to you guys. There are 3 things we're going to be going over in this video to help you learn this song. The first thing we're going to be looking at is the key the song was recorded in and the key that I'm playing it in, and how you can use a capo to play in some different keys. The second thing we're going to be looking at are 2 strumming patterns that you can use that will get you through this entire song, so I'll teach you those. And the third thing we're going to go over are all the sections to the song. And as I play through those sections, I'm going to have these handy little chord diagrams so that you can see the chords that I'm playing, and pause the video if you need to see my finger placement for each of these chords. Don't forget that you can skip ahead to any section of the song by just hovering over the time bar at the bottom of the video. I have segmented this video into all the different sections of the song. Alright, so key and capo placement. This song was recorded in the key of C, if you listen to it on the album. What that would mean for you, if you're playing on an acoustic guitar and want to use a capo to play in that same key, you would put your capo on fret number 5. So you can put it either on the fret bar, which is that silver line, or the space before it. So I'm going to do that. That's fret number 5. And then if I play in what's called a G position, which all the chords I'm going to show you today will be in that position, you're going to be in the key of C. So technically that position right there is a G because I have my capo here. I'm going to be playing it in the key of G. I played around with the key for this song for my voice. Obviously in the recording it's a female vocal, so I'm a male vocal, it's going to be a lot different. The key of G worked nicely for me. I tried to kind of match the way that she sang it. So in the verses it almost was kind of high for her, and then in the choruses it was almost lower. It is lower than the verses, and basically almost the entire rest of the song is lower than the verses in terms of like the notes that you're singing. So I kind of tried to match that same format, and so that ended up being the key of G for me. So the verses are kind of higher for me, and then in the choruses it's kind of like in my mid-range, but I'm still able to kind of belt it, which is good. You always want to be able to sing the choruses and probably the bridges as well with confidence. So the key of G worked well for me to do that. You might need to play around with a few different keys for you to have that kind of same format when singing this song. So for me, I don't need a capo. I'm in the key of G. So in standard tuning in the G position, you're in the key of G. So that's the key that I'll be playing it in. If you want to play in some different keys, you already saw that if you have your capo on fret number 5, you're going to be playing in the key of C when using the G position. You could do fret number 4 and play in the key of B in the G position. You could do fret number 3 and play in the key of B flat or A sharp. You could do fret number 2, and with the G position you would be in the key of A. And fret number 1, you'd be in the key of A flat or G sharp, which is a very rare key. But I will have no capo once again, and I'll be just teaching you the G position chords in the key of G. All right, strumming patterns. We're going to go over 2 strumming patterns that will get you through this entire song. This is going to be strumming pattern number 1. I will let you know before each section that I teach you of the song which strumming pattern I'm using. And you can always go back to this section and reference these strumming patterns if you need to. So this is strumming pattern number 1. This is going to be for kind of the lower moments of the song. So, you know, the intro, the verses, some of the turnarounds, I think the first chorus as well. So strumming pattern number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's slow that strumming pattern down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, 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 down. Strumming pattern number 2. This is going to be for the more powerful parts of the song. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's slow that one down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, down. Up, 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 down, down, up, down, down, down. Up, 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 down, down, up, down, down, down. Up, 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 down, down, up, down, down, down. Up, 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 down, down, up, down. Alright, the intro of the song, we'll be using strumming pattern number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Verse 1, and we'll be using strumming pattern number 1. 1, 2, 3. You're turning over tables and calling for return to our lives upon the altar, things we did at first. You're clearing out the temple, you're cleaning out the dirt, for we are your territory, Lord, we are your church. Into the chorus. Alright, chorus number 1 and strumming pattern number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We are your people, you are our God, we are your temple, make us holy like you are. Into the turnaround there. Alright, the turnaround after chorus number 1, we are sticking with strumming pattern number 1 once again for this section. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Verse 2. Alright, verse number 2, and still with that strumming pattern number 1 for this section. So 1, 2, 3. You see your holy nation, a flock to consecrate, a chosen generation, a people called to pray. So help us, God, to please you, where only you can see, for every moment matters in eternity. And a chorus 2. Alright, chorus number 2, strumming pattern number 1. So 1, 2, 3. We are your people, you are our God, we are your temple, make us holy children. You set us apart, God, for your glory. Make us holy like you are. Into the instrumental there. Alright, here they go into an instrumental right before bridge number 1. It's the same exact thing as the turnaround that I showed you after chorus number 1. Same strumming pattern, same chords, so refer to that for this instrumental before bridge 1. Alright, bridge number 1 and strumming pattern number 1 as well. So 1, 2, 3. Mark your people with your presence. Make us a place where you delight to dwell. May we heed your hand's correction. Oh Lord, our shepherd, you do all things well. Your love as firm as is tender. Your law is perfect and your judgment's true. As we run to resurrender, you will restore what we return to you. You are restoring as we yield anew. Into chorus number 3 there. Alright, chorus number 3. This time we are finally moving on to strumming pattern number 2 for this section. So 1, 2, 3. We are your people. You are our God. We are your temple. Make us holy like you are. We are your children. Set us apart, God, for your glory. Make us holy like you are. Into the instrumental number 2 there. Alright, instrumental number 2 after chorus number 3. We are on strumming pattern number 2. So 1, 2, 3. Bridge number 2. Alright, bridge number 2. I'm going to play the first half of this bridge number 2, and I'm going to be using only downstrokes for my strumming. Let's play through this first half. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're calling, we're coming. We're not walking, we're running. God, we need resurrender. So we resurrender. If you're calling, we're coming. We're not walking, we're running. God, we need resurrender. So we resurrender. And then into the second half, the chords are going to change, and I'm going to be using strumming pattern number 1. So let's play through this second half of bridge number 2 now. So 1, 2, 3. If you're calling, we're coming. We're not walking, we're running. God, we need resurrender. So we resurrender. If you're calling, we're coming. We're not walking, we're running. God, we need resurrender. So we resurrender. If you're calling, we're coming. We're not walking, we're running. God, we need resurrender. So we resurrender. If you're calling, we're coming. We're not walking. All right, the interlude. I'm going to be using all downstrokes for this section. So 1, 2, 3. Chorus number 4. And then after that interlude, they go into chorus number 4, which is exactly like chorus number 3. So you can refer back to chorus number 3 for what to do for chorus number 4. And then to end the song, they go back to bridge number 2, just the first half. So if you go back to just the first half that I taught you of bridge number 2, play that through twice, and that will be the ending to the song. So that is our worship tutorial for today, guys. Resurrender by Hillsong Worship. I had a great time learning this song. It's incredible lyrically, as most of Hillsong's stuff is. They put a lot of work into their lyrical content. It is checked by theologians, and I love the excellence that they put into their songwriting, and this is definitely no exception. The song is great. It's very surrendery. You know, if I were to give it an adjective, it's super surrendery, and it is, as always, very, very praisey. In fact, to be honest with you, it kind of drives me crazy. But I hope that this video helps you to play this song. If you are playing this song, comment down below and let me know. I would love to hear from you. I hope that this video helps you in some way. If it does, why don't you give this video a like and maybe even subscribe so that you don't miss future worship tutorials. I'll see you guys in the next one. Wow.